Hello again, my name is Jeffrey Davis, and this is Radio Entrepreneurs, and all week long we're being hosted by our friends at O'Brien and Levine Court Reporting Services. That means that we're, again, all week long on the record, interviewing the best and the most important law firms throughout the Boston area. My co-host, obviously, then, is the fabulous Mark Z. Welcome, Mark.
Jeff, thank you. Great to be with you. I'm really excited. This is a super legal series.
Mark, I can't believe I haven't seen you, in so long.
Well,
it's great to see you. You're looking great.
Back at you, and I think, again, we have a great lineup of the top attorneys in the city and nationally.
Well, I know you were pretty anxious when you called me this morning about this person. Kenneth Levine and Marley Willer of Kenneth Levine Associates. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the firm, the history, since your name's on the door, and what your specialty is?
Oh, sure. Well, I started out defending the Harvard Medical School hospitals in Boston 30 years ago. And about 25 years ago, started my own firm, switched sides. So we represent plaintiffs, injured persons in medical malpractice cases in Boston and New England. And also we represent people nationally. We have cases around the country.
Well, Ken, I was going to say you have a top reputation in the medical malpractice field. One thing that has always interested me, and maybe you and Marley can talk about it, is when a case comes to you, how you evaluate whether or not you're going to take a case. Because, as I understand in medical malpractice, unlike maybe general civil litigation or business litigation, it takes 2 to 3 years for a case to really get going and processed. And obviously, that's a big, in the contingent fee world, that's a big financial burden.
Well, it's true, Mark. It's there's an old saying that the smartest thing are the cases that you don't take, rather than the cases that you do. Now, our firm has just got 3 lawyers, myself and Marley, and Sheila Moan is our 3rd lawyer. So we've made an effort to limit our caseload to particular cases. We don't want to have a huge amount. We want to work very hard on the ones that we take.
Excellent.
But in any case that we consider, always meet with the clients, obviously, first, if we can. In our national work, a lot of it's done by Skype or done by telephone or other ways. We always gather the medical records to make sure we know what happened medically. We have nurses in the office with us, so they can help us evaluate the medicine.
Excellent.
And then once we get the medical record, we do an internal evaluation to decide if we want to go forward from there. Out of 20 calls that we get, we investigate probably 4 cases to get medical records. The other 16 or so we refuse on the phone. And of those 4 that we actually get the records on, between our discussion with the nurses and our view of the record, we probably send out 1 or only maybe 2, maybe 1, to be reviewed by other doctors to decide if there's been something that's been done incorrectly. So it's a weeding down process.
So when you move forward on a case, it's obviously a case that has substantial merit, and it's a case that obviously you've thoroughly vetted.
Oh yeah, the system, unfortunately, part of it's, well, there's a lot of factors. I mean, obviously we want to take good cases. Our firm reputation is important to us.
Correct.
And it means a lot that when we file a case, we know the other lawyers who defend the hospitals and doctors, when they see our name, know that we're going to do a good job, we're going to investigate the case correctly, we're going to litigate the case correctly. So we don't want to take bad cases and ever affect our reputation. But also, financially, just as a matter of business, we invest a substantial amount of money in every case, sometimes $50,000 to $100,000. So if we lose a case, we don't get paid,
Right.
and we're out the money we invested. So
In hard and soft costs.
So yes, absolutely. So losing, we expect to lose sometime. I mean, we have a wonderful success rate. We've had a tremendous success rate of the cases that we take over the past several years. But even so, you don't want to throw away a substantial amount of money,
Right.
if you can avoid it. So we do really try to limit ourselves to the most meritorious cases.